Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know I have been gone for forever. Lots and lots of changes have been going on in my life, and unfortunately I just could not get in here to film. But I'm back and I'm hopefully going to be more consistent, like I was. Well, was I even that? I was decently consistent, but I'm hoping to just put out more videos than none. The look that I am doing today is obviously this one. This one was one I found off of Pinterest. It was not my original idea. I will make sure to link the Pinterest post down below. Yeah, so without any kind of further ado, let's get started on this look right here. Okay, so let's get started with this tutorial. So to start off any eye look, and I mean any, I always start off with using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This guy right here. I never even bother to try others, like shadow insurances or like eye primers, because this one just worked so well. So it's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it type deal. And you really just need a small amount. Like, see how there's like barely any on my finger? That's all you need. Your eyelid is not that big of a surface area, so you don't need a whole lot. So because I kind of have some like discoloration and it's kind of veiny and dark around my eyes, I always like to start off with a color, like a base color that matches my skin tone around my eyes, so that way it just kind of blanks it out. You get an even kind of surface. Sorry, this is dirty, but we are going to just take one of the colors from the Just Peachy palette, and we are going to use Peach Meringue, and we're just going to take like a fluffy-ish brush and just sweep it all over the eyelid. So I'm just literally using like a dual-ended brush that I got from one of the many palettes. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and I'm going to just take the fluffier end and just put it right in the matte shade. I prefer using a matte shade all over the lid, just because you don't want anything on like the lid that's going to be too distracting or maybe not complement the look, and you want to pick a color that's pretty close to your skin tone. Like, I wouldn't want to pick a light peachy color because I have a yellow undertone, and like you'll figure that out just by based off of like foundation that you're buying, or you know, something like that. And make sure to sweep from lid to brow bone, or to your eyebrow. Brow bone sometimes a little lower, a little higher, depends on the person. But you just really want to sweep in this whole area. Okay, got the eyes based out. And now, I'm sorry mine is so dirty, but I mean, it's well loved. I loved the packaging when I saw it, but then in using it, I'm like, white shows everything. So it looks dirty, but it's well loved. So we're going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we are going to take the dark purple shade, and we are going to put it on our outer eyelid. And I'm just using a dual-ended brush again. This one I got from Urban Decay Naked Heat, and we are going to use the more rounder. We're going to take the fatter side. I don't know what you want to call this shape. We're going to take the bigger end, and we are going to dip it into the color and place it on the outer. We really want to build up the color. We want it to be nice and dark and rich, because this is a very simple eye look, but the key to it is really making sure that you've layered on the colors, so that way they're really bright and they pop. So I'm not tapping any of the extra off on my brush. Whatever falls on my face, we'll just clean up before we put on foundation. That's why I always do my eyes before my foundation. So you want the color build up. I can't think of the correct word for it right now, But you want the color to build up to look something kind of like this. You want it to go about roughly the halfway point to your eye, because we are only doing 3 colors in this look. So you don't have to worry about stopping here or bringing it in here. It's just about halfway of your eye. Now we copy. Cut, copy, paste. So there we go. That's just the purple. There's a bunch of purple underneath my eyes. It's awesome. So now we're going to take the other side of that double-ended brush, the more dome shape size, and we are going to take this like black shade. Well, it's not like a black shade, it is a black shade. We're going to take this black eyeshadow and we're going to focus this more on the outer V of the eyelid just to give the purple a little more depth. So then we're going to flip back over to the other side of the brush that still has some purple, and we're just going to blend. I'm not worried about adding more pigment, or I'm not trying to take pigment away. I'm just trying to blend so it looks more cohesive. So now we've got a little more depth going on. If you'll notice, like this eye, you know, it's subtle difference, but it's like what happened, like they're subtly different. High school, college, kind of that subtle a difference. And we really are just focusing it on the very outer V where you have the purple. Cool. So now that's all done, I'm going to clean up the under eye area. For cleaning up makeup messes, honestly, any makeup wipes will do. I just personally really like the Sephora ones because I'm always at Sephora, so it's really convenient to just grab them and add them to the cart. And I really like the smell of watermelon. I love watermelon, so this really works for me. All that was on my face. All right, moving on. I just gotta check yourself out, like, through the process. I'd be like, do I look good? I like it. If you don't think you look good during the process, you're probably not going to be a big fan of the look afterwards. You know, you kind of just be like, well, you have to understand, it's not there, but I'm liking the progress. Like you just kind of have to like the progress, I guess. Going back into our Jaclyn Hill palettes. I guess I really am just a fan of these brushes that I get from palettes because all the brushes I'm using are from palettes. But I'm going to go into the I'm going to use the Urban Decay Electric palette brush, and we're going to use the bigger end, and we are going to go right into the sparkly teal color or sky blue color right here. Going to go back to our color, our purple color, just to help blend the two colors together. Okay, so you want the eyes at this point to look like this, or at least something close to this. We're going to go back to our little makeup wipe and clean up again. Generally I don't have to do a lot of cleanup when I do looks like this, but because the whole point of this look is to have really pigmented colors, I do go a little more heavy-handed and I don't tap out any extra. Okay, now it's time for the face. Alright, so to start off foundation, I'm going to use my Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer. I have very, very oily skin, which will be great when I'm older, but right now it's kind of a pain in my butt, to be honest. But yeah, so we're going to start off with a mattifying primer. If you do not have oily skin, I recommend that you kind of talk to like Sephora employees, Ulta employees, and figure out what would be best for your skin type. And if you're not sure on your skin type, they can also help you with stuff like that. Okay. What I like about this primer is that it is very like fast set. I'm like, ooh, it's already in the skin. You know, like by the time I'm just finishing, I'm like, all right, and it's set into my skin. All right, so to continue on with the matte theme, I'm going to use my Perfect Peach Comfort Match Foundation. And I live in Washington. I never see the sun. So my shade's in porcelain. I honestly really do love this combination. Like, for my oily people out there, very, very hard to get foundation that will still be on my face by the end of the day. So what I really love this because what I see is that at the end of the day, I still have foundation on. And that's what I love the most. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. About 3 pumps is all it takes to cover my face. I am using a beauty sponge. This is the Morphe one. I'm trying it out. Normally, I'm like a hardcore like beauty blender girl. But I am trying it out to try and like branch out. Alright, so after we get our foundation on, I have to set it. I have to. It won't last like an hour if I don't set it. You know what? Like, tried and true, I will probably never change. I say probably. Who knows? People with makeup are coming out with new stuff all the time. But as of right now, never changing. The Translucent powder by Laura Mercier. It's my favorite. You know, it's just, it's everything. I do like to use a dense brush when I'm putting this on because I want to get a lot of setting powder on there. I'm not kidding when I say my skin's very oily. It will eat through the makeup. So I personally like to use a really dense brush when I'm putting on my setting powder. I am using the Morphe M439. It's nice and dense. Powder everywhere. But if you don't need such a heavy application of powder, a nice fluffy brush like this is always good. I generally use this brush to like sweep away, like if I'm baking or anything like that, I'll use a brush like this, and this is the Mr. Right brush by Too Faced. But if you want a lighter application, a brush like this is much better. You kind of just want to do bouncing motions, like how you did with your beauty blender, just to really kind of push it all in there. Okay, so now going back to the eyes, I'm going to take the Urban Decay eyeliner pencil in Electric, and since it's a light blue that matches what I've done, I'm going to put on the inner lower lash line. Then I'm going to take Urban Decay pencil in Rockstar. Since it's the same type of purple, I'm going to put on the outer lower lash line. We still have like a lot of eyeshadow down there from earlier, but it's just going to kind of smudge and bring it together. I know it's really tiny, but to line our inner waterline, we're going to take, this is Buxom's Call Me. It is my absolute favorite kohl eyeliner. And we're going to line our bottom inner lash line. So just gently pull down the lash line and run the kohl along. Alright, just like that. I know it's so tiny. I'm like gonna use it all up before I buy another one though. I always save mascara for like one of the last things. So right now we're moving on to brows, and kind of like a key rule for brows is you want it, okay, I can't remember if it's one shade lighter or one shade darker than your hair, but you don't want it to like perfectly match your hair. I personally like to go a few shades darker, and that's because of my glasses. If you, I don't know, I don't really wear my glasses in my videos, but I do technically wear glasses. Like I have a hard time just like seeing, like probably too bad the camera. It's about as far as I can see without them. So to kind of compete with my glasses, I do a pretty dark brow shade, and I do my brows very bold. So I'm going to be taking Anastasia brow powder in Ebony for my brows. And then I'm also taking this little Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I've had this brush for so long it doesn't have a number on it anymore, but it came in the brow kit. And my hand has just learned to use the small brush to where now when I try and buy an eyebrow brush with a regular size handle, like it just, my brows never come out right. So I always have to use this itty bitty one. brows. Alright, so like I said, I leave mascara for like the end. But we are going to do a few more things with the eyes. So to kind of give this a little more pop and a little more shine, I'm going to take the Stila Glittery Liquid Eyeshadow in shade Diamond Dust. And I'm going to just kind of sweep and tap this just where the teal is. So the inner corner part of the lid. I really love these. They just add so much like shine and glitter and fun. And they're in so many shades, so it just makes it so much fun. Like if I'm like even just doing a simple winged eyeliner to like jazz it up and make it more fun, I'll put one of these just like right on top and it's like boom, glittery eyeliner. People are like, oh my god, did that take forever to do? And you're like, not, took me like 5 minutes. What's up? Like it makes things just look more complicated, but you're like, I did one extra thing. That was it. Okay. And then next, and I'm so sorry, but this was a limited edition palette by Becca. But I love the ice blue in the color. And we're going to take the ice blue and we're going to put it in our inner corner. So I'm going to take this little detail brush by Real Techniques. We're just going to go into the ice blue highlighter and we're going to just put it in our inner, like very inner point of our eye. Okay. So now we are going to go on to bronzing the skin. I've kind of like stepped away from contouring and I'm definitely more into just kind of bronzing the skin and warming it up. Yeah, I haven't like actually like hardcore contoured in a while. I just take like a bigger brush and I'm just kind of like bronzing up the skin. I've noticed like a big difference changing up the brush and just kind of like focusing on warming up my skin as opposed to like carving out my skin. Alright, so I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in Rich Amber. As you can see, it's pretty well loved. And this brush right here I got in a Morphe brush kit. Oh no, I got this in a BH Cosmetics brush kit. It's super faded, but I can see part of the BH part. I don't know what brush number or anything. I just really liked how kind of like wide but also flat the brush was, so I can really kind of just deposit the bronzer in the right places. And I'm going to start off with my forehead. I do have a rather large forehead, not my favorite feature, and we're going to start just by bronzing up the skin at the hairline. Bring it down the side of the face, bring it into your cheek, and then I don't come down here, I just kind of like jump down to the neck. And I'm so sorry, my blush is also from a limited Tarte palette, but we are going to use Live, which is like a bright pink, and we're going to place it on the apples of the cheeks. So my favorite blush brush is the Kat Von D. It's her like shade and light brush that like she made to go with her contour kit, but I just love the angle of the shade side for the cheek application. And then I find if I've like ever put too much or I need to blend it more, then I just go into the light side and can help blend it out. It worked so well and I just always use it. We're just gonna go really light. We're just gonna tap our brush. Smile, smile, so you know exactly where the apples of your cheeks are. Alright, see? Simple. You just smile, tap, and bring it out. Then I'm so sorry, but I am going back into the limited edition Becca highlight and blush kit, and we're going to take this one right here. Right? Yes. I'm looking at it like upside down, so it's hard. And this is Rose Quartz, which she also made Rose Quartz in a pan, so you may still be able to get it, but I do know this was a limited edition color. But sometimes you get lucky. And then I'm going to take a Sephora brush. It is a blush contour. It's the Pro Contour line, or it's the Pro Brush line, and it is a contour blush contour 72. before. I'm not 100% sure if they still make this brush, but I know they make brushes like it. And we're just gonna go tapping into the color, and we're just gonna place our highlight right above the blush. Tips of the nose, Cupid's bow, little on the chin. I will not put any on my forehead because I am so oily. I will make my own. Like, I'm not joking when I say it's a problem. All right, almost done. Now for mascara, it's like my second to last step. I love the Buxom Mascara. I have been using it for years. I love the brush. The brush bristles are so spread out. It's just really great for lifting and separating lashes. Don't forget your bottom lashes. All right, we got our mascara done. You could totally add like a winged eyeliner or lashes to a look like this. I'm personally not, because with glasses, you know, I really don't like to do extra things like that unless I'm going to like go out line dancing for a night or go out with my friends. So I'm just gonna leave it kind of like this, make it more daytime. To me, wearing crazy colors is like a day or nighttime thing, but just like liner and lashes just make me feel more nighttime. I don't know, I'm weird, okay? Do whatever would make you happy. Now for the lips. I was thinking, you know, the eyes are so bold, maybe a nude lip, but then I was like looking at my lip color collection, because it's a lot. And then I came across Rio by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I was like, should I? And I was like, yes. If the question is ever should I, the answer is yes. All right, this is the completed makeup look. Well, it'll be completed once I put my glasses on and I can see again, but this is the completed makeup look. It was one I found on Pinterest, and I was like, oh, that's really pretty, and I'm like, oh, it's a Jaclyn Hill like palette. Like, I have that palette, you know, I don't have to like go out and buy anything, because I was gonna go out with my friends, and I was like, I don't know what to do for makeup, and so I found this like really beautiful Pinterest picture, and I was like, I want to do it so bad. And so I will link the Pinterest picture down below. But I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. If you did, please like and subscribe and share. Share with all your friends so your friends can also wear makeup, and we can all wear makeup together, and we all just be happy. Okay, and I am just ranting. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.